Hey there, I am back. Happy holidays to everyone. If you are celebrating Christmas or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate during this time of the year, I'm hoping that you are enjoying yourself. All right, so let's get into this review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 13, episode 9. This episode is called A Feisty Fiesta. Uh, let me start with this. This is a good episode. Okay, it really was an interesting episode. Now, there are many people who have stated it. I've seen it on Twitter and on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I've seen people say that there is a sense of non-belief when it comes to Kyle and the situation of having marital issues. And I'm treating it like this. I've seen the comments, and I'm going to take this approach with it. I'm going to treat it as they're presenting it. Um, from what I can tell, it looks believable. Okay. I think that to go through that much trouble in order to stay on this show to have a storyline is a lot. I believe that Kyle is self-producing, and many oftentimes I do. Um, so I'm just going to go with what is being presented, and what's being presented is her and Mauricio are having some marital issues, and that has been a huge question of concern with some of the ladies. You know, mainly it was Sutton. And the thing that gets me with Sutton and her curiosity is Sutton and Kyle are not good friends. Really, the only, good friend that she has on this franchise is Garcelle. No one else is Sutton's friend. So the fact that Sutton acts as though her and Kyle have developed this, this really trustworthy friendship is baffling to me because they're not really friends. Sutton is not considered a cool girl. She's probably the most wealthiest on this franchise, but she's not considered a cool girl. So the fact that she gets upset with Kyle, and Kyle not explaining to her what's going on, is just fascinating to me that she would even get offended. But anyway, another person that's interested in Kyle's marriage and trying to understand what's going on is Dorit. Now, Dorit and Kyle did have more of a connection. They have been on and off again. You know, Kyle's gotten frustrated with Dorit. Dorit's gotten frustrated with Kyle on and off, but they've maintained, for the most part, this sense of camaraderie. Okay. And I think also in part because their husbands are cool with each other, and I think they've done business together. So they've managed to maintain a relationship. Dorit's problem right now is that her and Kyle have been on separate pages of the book since last year at the reunion. Kyle got upset with Dorit because it appears as though Dorit was siding more so with Kathy Hilton versus Kyle. So Kyle has pretty much been icing Dorit out. They used to go on trips together. Now they're not. Kyle is now spending time with this young lady named Morgan. I don't know what Morgan does for a living. Okay. And Dorit is noticing that Kyle is spending more time with Morgan. Dorit is noticing the difference in the way that Kyle is adopting a lot of Morgan's behaviors, like she's not drinking, she exercises a lot, and she's doing a lot of tattoos. So when Kyle and Dorit get together at Kyle's house and discuss their relationship, Dorit's asking, she's like, "Well, we don't really talk as much anymore, and now you're telling me about you got this new tattoo. Mauricio was upset about it, and then you tattooed your first initial on Morgan." She said that seems a little bit odd for just a for the type of relationship that she's thinking that they would have. It seems like it's much more to it. We're starting to get painted a picture more and more of that this friendship is going beyond the boundaries of a regular, hey, let's go to coffee and let's hang out. It seems like it's something more to it. That's what we're building up to. That's what it's looking like. This is what Dorit is insinuating. And Kyle is playing it down. Kyle's like, we just have so much more in common, and I feel comfortable around her, all of that. So Dorit's in her feelings about it. She's kind of being past, as Dorit normally does. She's being passive aggressive. She makes little snide remarks and all of that. She said, well, in order for you, I guess in order for you to talk to me about what's really going on, I have to get your initial tattooed on my body. She does little comments like that. And I can see where Dorit is coming from because it is a little different and it is off-putting. But at the same time, Dorit, if this woman isn't willing to talk to you, let it go. If she stopped going out of town with you and she has backed away from you, let it go. Same thing with Sutton. This woman is not trying to talk to you. She has nothing, no kind words for you. Let it go. Let it go. So, with that being said, we get a chance to see. Let's move on to Garcelle. Garcelle, is with her boys, and she's asking about what they're going to do for the summer break, and I guess what their plans are. I think it's summer break, whatever break they're on. What the plans are. I love the relationship. I love how they, seem to be pretty close. One of them, I think it was Jax. I didn't like the way Jax was talking to his mom about, her not being around, considering what his mom does for a living. She's an actress, she's a producer, she's a director, she does a lot. And, I just didn't like this little snarky attitude. I wish she would have got them together. But I guess she said, I'll do that off camera. That's my belief system. Garcelle, Erica, and Sutton get together. Oh, well, before I even talk about that, Sutton does go out on a date. Now, I'm not understanding what this outfit was about, Sutton. It was a blue jean jacket, a jacket, blue jeans, I don't know if those were gym shoes or what type of shoe. It didn't look like someone who was interested in going on a first date to a restaurant of the caliber you went. It just really looked like you didn't try to be glamorous. I don't know if it's because you just didn't find the guy to be attractive looking she's going through a dating service. And he looked age appropriate. However, during the date, this guy talked about his 98-year-old mom. A lot. Complete red flags. Like mine, these were not just red flags. These were bombs being thrown, okay? Landmines. This man is really caught up with his mom. I know they talked about other things, but basically what we got a chance to see was all the different times he discussed his mother and her age and them going to Vegas and all this. It definitely gave like, okay, if we do get to start dating, my mom comes first. It was going to be a no anyway. It wasn't going to go far. Okay. So Sutton was like, you know what? This ain't the guy for me. This ain't the guy for me. I'm going to keep it moving. And go ahead, do that. Keep it moving. So now we can go ahead and talk about Erica, Sutton, and Garcelle getting together for lunch. Now, Erica was under the impression that it was just going to be her and Garcelle. And then when Sutton showed up, she was like, oh, okay. This is a surprise guest she had. All right. Erica's still kind of in her feelings about the way Sutton was calling her out and how Sutton was going through her attorneys and all of that during that time that Erica was, when it first came out about her soon-to-be or estranged husband, all those allegations, all the things that's in the press, all the stuff that's going on in the courts and all of that, how Sutton was going about things. And it really was, it bugged the heck out of Erica. So we got that going, right? So she's still not 100% when it comes to Sutton. Anyway, so they're all talking, and I don't think, did Erica actually mention her Las Vegas residency? She didn't really mention that, but they did talk about, they did make mention about the situation with Denise and how that just was awkward, and They didn't really understand that. And Garcelle had talked about how her and Denise, they had met up, and Denise is just still in her feelings about something that happened 3 years ago at her barbecue. And Denise was like, look, um, I just don't, basically, Denise just doesn't like Erica. Okay. And I don't think she even liked Erica before the commentary about the threesome situation in front of the teenagers. I just think she just didn't care for Erica to begin with. So it really didn't take much for Erica to say pretty much anything to get on her bad side. I just think that Denise just has a hard time articulating her thoughts. And we're going to see later on in the episode how that it just, it fell real flat. So during the little lunch thing that they were having, first of all, they got hammered. They were having multiple drinks. And I think Erica did mention her Las Vegas. Erica's getting ready to do this Las Vegas residency. Um, Erica then brings up about Denise being on OnlyFans and charging only $7. Look, if you don't know what OnlyFans is, it's getting the reputation, or has the reputation of being something that's not very adult entertainment. I'll put it like that. I've never seen OnlyFans. I'm just hearing how it's usually utilized. Now, I don't know if everybody's on there doing, what they do, if you know what I mean. But, Erica did bring it up that, that Denise is on the OnlyFans. I thought that was kind of funny. Then Garcelle blurts out, and it just came out of nowhere. It was so random. Oh, that Sutton made out with her driver. So, so Erica's looking at Sutton like, girl, really? Like, you got a lot of nerve to be sitting up here, always trying to be judgmental against appropriate behavior or about appropriateness, and here you are making out with your driver? Like, girl, and Sutton was embarrassed. And it comes up yet again. It's going to get blurred out yet again at Crystal's Taco Tuesday. Now, let me get back on Erica. Erica is going to have this Las Vegas residency, and she's been talking to her team about it. I'm going to give Erica her props on the PR effort that she's been given this season thus far. Erica has, worked her way into the group. She's asked for forgiveness. She is trying not to be combative. She's trying to be very positive as much as possible. And she's been doing a good job. And now, as it pertains to her career, she was talking to, a couple of weeks ago, episodes ago, she talked to, I think it was a PR person or manager. And she was like, look, I need to get back out there. I want to start performing again. I know it's going to be difficult, because now everything's on me. When Erica was doing the whole Erica Jane thing originally, she had the backing of her estranged husband now. He paid for the private jets and her crew and all of that. Now it's all on her. Now she's got to get back in the goodness of these promoters and clubs and all of that wanting to book her again, because for the last couple of years, that wasn't the thing to do. Her name was toxic, not a good thing. Now she's overcoming it. We don't see as much bad press about it. It's still going on. We just don't hear about it as much. So now she's got a chance to start again, start anew, perform in Vegas. And so she's preparing for that. So I'm sure that, I'm not sure. I don't know if during the season we'll get a chance to see Erica performing in Vegas and the ladies going to see it. I don't know. Because right at this point in the season, she is just now getting it together. There's one other housewife. I think she's supposed to be full-time, Anna Marie or Anne Marie, I think. I'm not sure of her name. She's married to a football player. She's a nurse anesthesiologist. She's unable to hang out with the ladies at Taco Tuesday because she's in Hawaii. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this lady. She had a lot of questions for Sutton in regards to this esophagus issue. And really, she was trying to point out that Sutton didn't have an issue that she's claiming to have. I don't know. She's not a doctor. She's a nurse. Whatever. Okay. I guess we'll see more of her when she returns. So The big event was the Taco Tuesday. Crystal is hosting Taco Tuesday. She has invited a lot of her other friends. And Denise Richards is there. Kim is there. That's Kyle's sister. She shows up. And of course, what happens? We get Erica blurting out that Sutton made out with her driver. I don't even know why that came up. So people are hearing about that. Clearly, Mr. Reed heard about it, heard her blurt this out. It becomes a conversation piece. So when they sit down, they have this big conversation. And it becomes a situation between Dorit and Sutton. Dorit and Sutton going back and forth. And Dorit is like, look, I don't understand you. I don't understand. Like you really are hypocritical because you claim you are a vegetarian, yet you eat bacon. You claim you can't be at Magic Mike doing the things that you saw Erica and Crystal doing on stage, yet you brought all this money and you were prepared to be putting dollar bills in their pants, And here you are, and then you turn around and now I hear that you making out with your driver. Like, what gives? So Sutton is yelling back and forth, and I mean, she is really yelling at Dorit, and Dorit's yelling back at her. So then Garcelle jumps in, which I'm really tired of her jumping in for Sutton. Sutton, I haven't seen Sutton jump in for Garcelle the way Garcelle jumps in for Sutton. I'm going to need for Miss Thing to not every time Sutton is in a corner that you feel the need to take up for her, because I don't think that's necessary. I really don't. So when Garcelle said to Dorit, like, girl, why are you're saying that to embarrass, you're saying these things, that whole situation about the driver, to embarrass and to humiliate Sutton, and that ain't right. And Dorit was like, I don't know what the problem you have with me. I thought we were good, but now you're attacking me. And she used the word attack. So at that point, Garcelle was like, hold on. First of all, I was not attacking you. I don't even like the fact that you're using your privilege to come back to me and say I'm attacking you. Yet you just got Sutton sitting over here who's been yelling and screaming at you, and it's okay. But when I say something to you, it's an attack. See, Dorit's really good with this passive aggressive behavior, and she knows how to weaponize her words, and she knows what to say. And Dorit was sitting there all confused and flabbergasted, and she claim she didn't understand where Garcelle was coming from. It took Erica Jane to be like, girl, a white woman telling a black woman that you attacked her is triggering. That is an issue. That is a microaggression, and it is. So, of course, at this point, Dorit feels as though no one's on her side. Dorit is in her feelings. Dorit gonna say, well, you know what? I think I need to go home and be with my husband that I haven't seen in a few months, or whatever she said. I don't know. She wanted to be with PK. She left in a huff. She was real upset because I guess she felt like no one was on her side. Dorit has a habit of doing this. I don't like it. I don't like Dorit the way she treats Garcelle. Dorit had been claiming that she's going through PTSD, right? Anytime it's a Garcelle event, like when Garcelle premiered her documentary, she was all scared and my PTSD is going on, this and that. But when anybody else has an event, she manages to not have issues with PTSD. The way she talks to Garcelle said that she felt unsafe psychological safety, talking about her children, because she doesn't feel as though people are there to support her. And Dorit played it all down, talking about, oh, you're doing too much. All of those types of things. I don't care for Dorit. Her attitude and her disposition towards Garcelle is real trash, and I don't like it. And I think Dorit is worldly enough to understand exactly what she's doing. So we're going to continue on this conversation. So then, some kind of way, Denise talks about, I don't know, Denise and Erica go at it. I don't even know how that even started. I think it was something that before Dorit left, I think that Denise was trying to correct Dorit or get her to understand where she went wrong. And Dorit was like, "Oh, but you the one sitting up here having a problem with Erica and this and that." And so Denise tried to bring up the fact that Erica is not a nice person and she hurt her 3 years ago, blah, blah, blah. She was out of order. And Erica said, "Look, I really don't want to talk about this right now. Let's just leave this alone." And Denise was insistent upon it and talking about the threesome conversation, all of that. And Erica said, "Look, I didn't say your kids had a threesome. I just said that at 14 years old, given how technology is readily available, that that they probably are aware of what a threesome is. That's all." Now I'm gonna say this again. I felt as though the conversation was a lot. Okay? It was a lot. I felt as though it was too much. I felt as though they should not have been seated close to the adults, knowing that adults will alcohol's flowing, how the conversation can turn left. So I didn't really care for that. Well, Denise wasn't ready to deal with Erica because, honey, Erica turned around and Denise tried to get smart with Erica, and Erica was like, well, who's more profitable on OnlyFans, you or your daughter Sammy? And that shut everything down. Denise was, I think, just at that point through. You go bring up stuff to this woman. You come in, you angry, and you wasn't expecting Erica to shut you down. Here go Denise. I can't believe you would say that to me. And Erica's like, "Girl, clearly you don't know me. You come in and you go at me and don't think that I'm gonna come back at you and that I don't go low. Oh, I will." So that is the end of that episode. I was floored when Erica came back at her. But child, I'll see y'all next week. Happy holidays.